Right, this is a quick walk around video. This is for a Honda Cr-V 2.2 SE diesel rather. U-shaped one, as you can see, it's the first of them with just 58,000 miles I think from memory, but I'll just confirm that exactly when we get into the car in a second. Car's in very nice condition. Lights and lenses, you can see they're completely clear and intact. No cracks or condensation in any of those. Offside front bumper corner, very clean indeed. And the bonnet itself hardly exhibits a stone chip. I mean, there will be the odd one somewhere, don't get me wrong, but they certainly don't stand out. Very, very clean indeed. Come down the near side of the vehicle first. It's pretty much mirror smooth, and that panel work is absolutely as clean as a whistle. Front bumper corner on this side again, very, very clean and tidy. This is the front wing. Front alloy, again, very, very good indeed. And then to come down the panel look on the side, really, really clean. Rear alloy, again, absolutely unmarked on there. Come around the back of the car. That's colour-coded parking sensors built into the vehicle, which should obviously complement the rear parking camera that's on these cars. Come to the off side of the car, as with the near side, it's again mirror smooth down there. That's that shaky hand. And then the rear offside alloy, again, can't see any marks in there of any note. And final alloy, again, very, very clean. I did see a tiny little indentation on this car. There it is. Just, I mean, it's minuscule, absolutely minuscule, but I do try and pick them up where I can. I try not to miss things, but occasionally I do, I've got to be honest with you. But it's not intentionally. But other than that, I mean, we're looking at a very, very, very clean car. Coming into the boot, which is absolutely enormous, of course. And on these, you've got the handles there to drop the seats down in one motion. But again, all been kept very, very well indeed in here. Coming into the back of the vehicle, they offer, I mean, it's kind of limousine-like legroom. It's amazing amount of legroom in the back here. And the seats, again, in very, very good condition. Coming to the front, and all kept very, very nicely. Not where the sun comes out, so I thought I'd manage to do it while it was in the shade, but there we are. But again, front passenger seat is very good indeed. And just come to the driver's door, all the recesses have been kept very nicely. The driver's seat, I apologise for the shading, I normally do park the cars in the shade, but I managed to misjudge it slightly, but the seat is in excellent condition. So inside the car now, finally found a better shady area, but the dashboard looks pretty much as new. It's in lovely condition and all working exactly as it should as well. If I just come up to the main dashboard binnacle there, see 58,947 miles and absolutely no warning lights in the vehicle at all. But the car is in very, very, very good condition. It really is. What will follow this video will be a road test of this very car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Cr-V 2.2 diesel, registered YH62AFF. This particular car's covered 58,941 miles. The reason we do these road tests is so customers actually get to see the cars we're selling it actually in operation. We think it's important that if there's any issues with the car, that you should be told about it prior to setting off to see us. You know, because we know what it's like when you see cars advertised and they look lovely in the photographs and probably in the description as well. But when you get there, you find out there's a fundamental fault you should have been told about. So hence, that's why we do it. So it is critical as a video. Road tests also done on the same very quiet country roads, very close to our premises. So hopefully be representative of what you'd feel yourself, pardon me, if offered a test drive on the car. So Coming to the car itself, engine starts first time, very smooth installation in this car. Rock solid idle, pulls very sweetly and very quietly through the rev range. Typical diesel, obviously got loads of low down grunt, but unlike many, it's actually a very keen engine to rev. It doesn't tighten up, it doesn't sound harsh. It's got quite a sweet engine note for a diesel. Certainly get less of the diesel clatter that you get in some of the competitors. Worth pointing out, there's absolutely no warning lights on the dashboard relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge, and the car's been running for quite some time now, running at a third on the gauge, which is exactly where it should be on a Honda car. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the car, smooth, positive in operation. Bike point is exactly where it should be on the vehicle, and whether the clutch is engaged or disengaged, engine note stays the same. There's no vibrations at all. Clutch then feeds through into the 6-speed Honda manual gearbox, which is a brilliant gearbox, not only because they're tough, reliable, as everyone knows, but also the quality of the gear change is absolutely brilliant. I mean, I've said it before, this would happily go into a much sportier car. It's short in throw, it's positive, it's got a brilliant synchro mesh on it. It's just a really lovely gear change to use that actually adds to the drive of the car, doesn't detract from it as so many do. And I can't detect an ounce of wear in the gear change or linkage at all. It all feels absolutely perfect. Steering on these vehicles is very well judged. It's accurate, it's light without being over light. It's very well matched to the chassis of the vehicle. They work together really nicely. Track's absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations coming back to the steering wheel at this or any speed up to the legal limit, the speeds at which I'm allowed to drive these cars. And again, I can't feel anywhere in it. It feels tight, taut, crisp, exactly as it should be, and it's absolutely spot on. Chassis of the vehicle on the Cr-V's always been a highly rated chassis. It's very comfortable indeed. Rides the bumps like that one very well. Smooths out the sort of the sharper ridges nicely. But when you come to corners like this, which is where some cars can flop around, these corner with a very nice minimal body roll, and it doesn't kind of pitch and wallow at all. It just holds its line really well. It's a very accomplished chassis. It still beggars belief that road testers want to push these things to their absolute limit and will judge a car like this on its handling rather than on its, what it's going to be doing, in all honesty, day to day. I'm sure if you put this around a racetrack, it wouldn't be as quick as a BMW X3 or something, but kind of what's the point really, but there we are. Also, no noises coming from underneath the chassis, no clonks, bangs, nothing at all, which suggests that all kind of rubber bushes, drop links, etc. are all in fine fettle. Brake pedal on the car, give them a jab now because I'm going to turn around. Lovely solid brake pedal, no pulsing or vibration coming back through the pedal at all, and it pulls the car down straight and true. It doesn't pull left, right or otherwise. Also noticeable just how quiet these later Cr-Vs are. Minimal wind noise, road noise is very well muted, and engine noise is very quiet indeed as well. Looking around inside the car, in very nice condition, and of course, being a Honda, it's absolutely beautifully made. No squeaks, no rattles, no buzz trims, trim buzzers. There's nothing at all. It does feel a very solid, very well made car, and its simplicity itself to use, of course. Big buttons. I love big buttons. Proper old fogey. But it's just nice, and you don't have to sort of search around in sub-menus just to change the radio channel, or the air conditioning dual zone climate control, which is, by the way, pumping out absolutely ice cold air. They've got a lovely quality of actuation, but it's just so simple to use, which is fantastic. Come across to the main dashboard again.
all the information's working exactly as it should. You know, it's a simple dashboard, and it's easy to take that information in. And then, you know, the multifunction steering wheel with all the usual things, cruise control. You've got information display system, hands-free functions, and further information for the dashboard itself. For those that don't know, I'm sure you probably do, that, you know, four-wheel drive cars like these, they run what's called intelligent four-wheel drive, which basically means you're running in two-wheel drive the whole time, apart from when you absolutely need it. As and when it wants to go into four-wheel drive, it'll do it for you, because it'll sense the front wheels starting to spin, and then it'll introduce the rear wheels seamlessly and turn them off pretty much straight away once you've got through the muddy patch. And it's brilliantly simple, fantastically reliable, and of course, as a positive, as an extra, it minimises fuel use and tyre wear quite clearly. But a great car, drives absolutely beautifully. There's nothing to report on this one in terms of any issues. It drives absolutely fantastically, regardless of age or mileage. I'm not sort of giving it any allowance for that. You know, whoever's lucky enough to get this one will be buying a very, very nice car indeed.